Okay, there may be some bad blood between environmentalists and pop princess Taylor Swift. Yard, a sustainability marketing agency based out of the UK, found Swift to be the biggest celebrity polluter of the year based on her private jet usage the first 7 months of 2022. After pulling data from Celebrity Jets, a source for tracking the use of private jets by celebrities, Yard found Swift's private jet flew 170 times out of the first 200 days of this year. A spokesperson for Swift released this statement after that report was released, saying, quote, Taylor's jet is loaned out regularly to other individuals. To attribute most or all of these trips to her is blatantly incorrect. Now, Swift isn't the only celeb facing backlash for their private jet usage. Here is Yard's top 10 celebrity carbon dioxide offenders. Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather actually comes in second on the list, emitting more than 7,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide. He's followed by Jay-Z, A-Rod, Blake Shelton, Steven Spielberg, Kim Kardashian, Mark Wahlberg, Oprah, and rapper Travis Scott. So joining us now is Dr. Sarav Arunachalam, research professor and deputy director of the Institute for the Environment at UNC Chapel Hill. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is a topic that certainly got people's attention. Private jets, of course, are viewed as a symbol of status and wealth. So what's the environmental cost of not just using a private jet, but also overusing it?
Thank you for having me here. Good afternoon. So private jets, these are the most energy-intense form of flights, and they expected to grow in their worldwide activity quite a bit over the next 8 years or so by 33%. So if you look at the overall usage of private jets in the world, almost 3/4 of these are in the United States. So these jets are known to be polluting more than 5 to 14 times than an average commercial plane that most of us tend to use, and perhaps 50 times more polluting than trains. So if you think about some of these numbers that have been put out by celebrity jets for usage, on an average, these put out about 7,500 tons of carbon dioxide. And if you think about the average global human carbon dioxide footprint, is about 4 tons. So if you think of the global poor, who's perhaps emitting 0.1 tons of carbon dioxide, these private jet celebrity users are polluting at a rate of about 225,000 times than the global poor. So you can think about how much more polluting these are compared to either the global average or the global poor. So we need to think about a little bit more in terms of the enormous impact that the celebrity jets are being used for.
Yeah, wow, that it is distressing to hear. And so Kylie Jenner and Drake garnered intense public criticism after it was revealed that their private jets logged trips as short as 17 minutes and 14 minutes, which is just frustrating to hear as the average commuter. But talk about the impact of shorter private jet usage on the environment. Is it truly just wasting? They could just drive. So what is the thought about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So some of these short trips are of the order of few minutes, sometimes 15 minutes or so. I saw these numbers a little bit carefully. So a 15-minute flight emits about 1 ton of carbon dioxide. That's about 1/4 of an average human the entire year. The other thing to think about is private jets, based upon the usage, aviation in general, they affect not only the climate, but also local air quality. And these jets are not controlled by various climate regulations right now. So these are sort of flying under the radar, so to speak. So there is both an uncontrolled climate impact of these emissions as well as a local air quality. And some of these jets have, fine particles that are emitted, which didn't affect human health. And these are 70 times more than what comes out of an average commercial airliner.
Wow. So that all being said, private jets aren't going away. So how can celebrities like these lower their carbon footprint? Should there be some kind of regulations on usage? How do they fix this?
Yeah, that's a great question. This is what we need to be very careful in thinking about, how to control these. Of course, a blanket ban is not going to help all of us in any manner. There is a use case definitely to call for some of these small private jets. But at the same time, I think celebrities have a larger than life role to play in our society. They are looked upon as role models. I think celebrities having to think about what their usage pattern is and what they're doing. Some of us tend to emulate what the celebrities do. So them being a role model can think about how to be doing what they do on a daily basis in a more sustainable manner. Definitely taking a 15-minute jet to go, 40 miles or so is not the way to go. to motivate some of the average public out there who are big fans of these celebrities.
Absolutely. All right, Dr. Sarav Arunachalam, research professor and deputy director of the Institute for the Environment at UNC Chapel Hill. Appreciate you being here on this topic that has a lot of people talking. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.